So very good morning to all of you.
Good morning, sir.
My voice is audible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So in our last class, we have completed NumPy library. So two libraries, one is Pandas, another is NumPy that already we have completed. So today we will go to next library, that is Python Matplotlib. So what is Matplotlib? So Matplotlib is another library. So it is another software library specifically used to generate plot 2D or 3D plot. So what do you mean by plot? So for generating a plot, we require x-axis and y-axis some data items. So this plotting representing a data visualization. So if somebody will ask you, if an interviewer will ask you why a Matplotlib, the answer is data visualization. Suppose you are watching a cricket match. So whatever, sometimes what in your TV screen, some bar graph is coming. So through that graph, so we are analyzing in a 10th over. So this amount of score India have done. This over, that bowler have taken a maiden over. Yes or no? So from a graph, from a plot, we can analyze the data. So that is the objective of Matplotlib. So Matplotlib library containing so many built-in functions. That built-in function we will use to create plot, 2-dimensional plot or 3-dimensional plot, but in our context only 2D plot is sufficient, whatever we have the task for resolving that task. Okay, so if somebody is asking about Matplotlib meant for what? That is data visualization. So it represents data visualization. Okay, so now we will go to Jupyter notebook. So in our environment we will see, so since Matplotlib is a library, so we have to import. So already we have known how to import pandas and NumPy, import pandas as PT, NumPy as NP. Just to see what I have written, in which way that I have imported Matplotlib. So import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. So here an additional a sub module that I have presented, pyplot. So pyplot is a sub module. If Matplotlib I will consider as a module. So basically in Python programming, so module means package. So pyplot is a sub module of Matplotlib and PLT is the alias of pyplot. Bhubaneswar.Joydev here. So if Bhubaneswar is the module, Joydev here is the soft module. Okay, so PLT is the alias as keyword representing alias. So PLT is the alias of pyplot. That means whatever pyplot containing some built-in functions, so each built-in function will invoke by alias PLT. So first of all, our first task is we have to import Matplotlib. So now I will hit run. Okay, so now I want to see what is the current version of Matplotlib. So directly another way you can write import Matplotlib. Now I will hit run, and already as we have known, so how to get the current version. So print matplotlib dot double underscore version double underscore. So to get the current version. Okay, so now I will hit run. So I got 3.3.2. So this is the latest version of Matplotlib, or this is the current version of Matplotlib, that is 3.3.2. Now we will move forward. So first objective is I will create a plot. We will create a plot. Okay, so for creating a plot, there is a built-in function. The built-in function name is plot. Plot is a function name. So this function coming from pyplot, that's why it is invoking by PLT. So how to create a plot? For this, there is a built-in function named as plot function. So for creating a plot, we need some x-axis data items and y data items. So this is x-axis data items, a list of values that I have taken 1, 2, 3 and 4, 5, 1. Okay, so any random data I have taken, because here there is no test. Simply we will know varieties of plots, how to create a plot, and we know for creating a plot we require some x-axis data items and y-axis data items for first parameter. So here first list of values that will consider as x-axis data item, and the second list values that will consider as y-axis data items. To display the plot, to show the plot, there is a built-in function show function. That's what we are invoking by PLT. Now I will hit run. Just to see this plot is creating. Now this is one plot created, one plot created. So one plot created. So then 4. So to see, this is x-axis 1, 2, 3. So within 1, 2, 3, so many data items are plotted. Then 4, 5, 1. That means 1, 2, 5. Some data items are pointed. So 1, then 4. So x-axis the data item 1, then y-axis data item 4. So here 1 point generated. Then 2, 5. So here x-axis the data item 2, in y-axis the data item 5. Then 3, 1. The x-axis data item is 3, y-axis data item is 1. So in this way, so the control generated plot. Okay, so everybody got clarity? So simple, this is a normal plot or a simple plot, how I created a plot. For this, there is a built-in function named as plot function. That plot function coming from pyplot. Pyplot is a sub-module of Matplotlib. So that's why plot function is invoking by pyplot alias PLT. So when plot function is invoking, a plot is generating to display the plot, then there is a function show function that we are calling. As a result, a plot is displaying. Clear? Give a response.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then we will go to the next point. Just to see some additional built-in function that I have called here in this example, just for designing the plot. Suppose here x is a list, the data item is 5 to 7, y is another list, the data item is 2, 16, 4. Any data item you take, there is no constraints, there is no rules and regulations. Randomly I have taken. So currently we studied when plot function is invoking, then a plot is generating. So plot function within bracket I specified x, y. So x means the value of x, y means the value of y. So here 3 function, again one built-in function title, one built-in function y label, one built-in function X label, 3 built-in function again I added. So title function within a bracket, whatever I will write, so that is the title. So it will display Y label function representing the Y axis information explicitly. We will indicate this is Y axis or whatever you write within a bracket. So same message will display in Y axis. So X label function representing explicitly X axis. Clear? So now title function, Y label function, X label function, plot function, show function, all are inbuilt functions coming from PyPlot. So that's why all functions are invoking by PLT. So now I will hit run. Just to see, this is y-axis explicitly. This it is specified my second plot. So my title of this plot is second plot. This is x-axis, so it is indicated. Okay, so very simple. So very simple plot function. When we are invoking a plot is generating. So plot function requiring two things. One is some data items for x-axis and some data items for y-axis. Then additionally we can put decorum our plot. We will see how we will decorum, and here varieties of plots that we are going to be acquainted. So we will go to the next example just to see NumPy module that we have imported. So in our last class already we have covered, we have known the NumPy library in detail. So import NumPy as np. Why I have imported? Next point just to see. So here I have created an array. So we know that when arange function is a built-in function coming from NumPy module. So that's why it is invoking by np. So arange function, we know that it is returning an array. So let the array name is x. So what I have written 1, 11. So arange function. So arange function returns an array. The first value is 0 by default, incrementing by 1 by default, and it is ending at a specified number. So 11 is the number of data items. That means 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 0 to 10 if we will count, so number of data item is 11. But here arange function we have specified 2 arguments. So 1, 11 means from the data item 1 onwards. So 0 to 10 number of data item is 11. Then 1, 11, since I have specified, the output is from the data item 1 to onwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just to see, print x. Now I will hit run. Just to see, x is an array, one dimensional array that we created. Okay, so we got some data items for x. Then here I have taken another variable y. Let y equals to just simply an arithmetic operation that I have done, 2 into x. So what is the value of y? So now I will hit run just to see 2 into x, 2 into 1, 2 into 2, 2 into 3, 2 into 4. This. So once we got some data items for x and some data items for y, then happily we can create a plot. Because for creating a plot, we need only some data items for x and some data items for y. Okay, so now plt.plot x, y. Simply suppose I have given title function. Within title I have written line plot, x label function, y label function. Then to display the plot I have called show function. Now I will hit run. So just to see, so title is line plot, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is some x-axis data items, this is some y-axis data items. Then based on x data items and y data items, a plot is generated. Clear? Give a response. I hope everybody got clarity. Give a response.
Sir, I mean, RNA की कोई list तो नहीं
array. Already from the beginning I have taken a list, varieties of examples that I am showing. So we need within plot function, we need some data item of x and some data item of y. So that is depend upon you. You can gather a list of data items. Array is also containing some group of data items. So that is depend upon you how you will gather some data items for X and some data items for Y. So at the beginning I showed directly I took a list of data items. Here I showed I took some data items through array. Clear?
Yes.
Then multiple line I can generate. Suppose already currently we got the array. So now I will hit run. So currently we saw what we saw. So what is the value of X? Then from the X data, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I found I evaluated two variable y1 equals and y2. So let y1 equals to 2 into x, y2 equals to 3 into x. So let it, I got y1 variable and y2 variable, and what are the data items of y1 and what are the data items of y2. Let some arithmetic operations that I did. So my target is anyhow a group of data items that I have to get for y1 and y2. So in this way that I did print y1 and print y2. Now I will hit run. So I got y1 data item, this, and I got y2 data item. So already I have x data item. So I can create a plot by taking x and y1 data item. Again I can create another line. So by taking x and y2 data item. So that's why. So what I have written pld.plot function x comma y1. So some additional point I have done color equals to z. So in Matplotlib some color facilities are available. So G for green, R for red, B for black. There is a color palette. So for decoring. So if you want to decorum your plot, so you can decorum, there is no problem. But this is optional. So color equals to G, G for green, color equals to R, R for red, line width equals to 2. So just to see another plot function I have called for generating another line plot by taking x data and y2 data, color equals to R, line width equals to 5. Just to see line width, just to see in the output scenario. So this is the line width and this is the line width 5 thickness. And there is a function grid function. Just to see without grid function, suppose now you will see what is the output grid function. So just to see the plot, there is no grid in background. So just to see, now I will call grid function. Now I will hit run. So just to see the background, whatever it is displaying, that is called as grid. Clear? So grid within bracket true means so grid will display so in your plot. Okay. Here, give a response. So by taking x and y1 data, we created a line. By taking x and y2 data, we created another line, and we specified the color and line width also in background image. So some grid image came. Here, give a response.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then we will go to the next example just to see same way. So x is a list, y is another list, so x2 is another list, y2 is another list. So by taking x and y, I have invoked the plot function. So one plot function I called, second time again I have called plot function. By taking x data, y data, x2 data, y2 data. So so color equals to green and color equals to, see, so directly you can write label one parameter, additional parameter I specified, label equals to line 1, label equals to line 2. So label parameter once you are specified, so whatever you have written line 1, line 2, see this message line 1, line 2 will display in your plot when there is a function legend function I will call. Just to see one function legend function I have called. So legend function is a such function when you have called, so whatever you have written the label message, label parameter, whatever you have written line 1, line 2, that will display. Otherwise, if you will, suppose to see, suppose I will give a comment to legend function. Now I will hit run. Suppose Just to see, so line 1, line 2, so it is not coming or it is not displaying in the plot. Now I will call legend function. Now I will hit run. Just to see, line 1, line 2, this message came in our plot. Okay, so this is the purpose of what? This is the purpose of level and level parameter and legend function. Also here we have specified a grade. So within grade function I have what I specified true. That means the grid image will come, then color equals to r means red. So whatever the grid image will come, that grid image will be r, means red. Okay, so this is another plot that we created where we specified the color value, we specified level parameter, we specified or we invoked legend function, we invoked the grid function. Okay, so this is the way that we can decorum a plot. So we will go to the next point, bar graph plot, bar plot. Bar graph plot. So what do you mean by bar graph? Okay, so we will see. So what is the bar plot? Okay, so we have a what? We have a dictionary. Let dictionary name is student. Okay, so we know that dictionary is a pair. So a dictionary is a collection containing pair. So in a pair, one is key and one is a value. So here pair, there are three pairs. Suppose through the dictionary named as student, what I am trying to display the marks of three students: Akshay securing 85 marks, Lelin securing 55 marks, Nirmal securing 50 marks. Okay, so key is Akshay, key is Lelin, key is Nirmal, value is 85, value is 55, value is 50. Okay, so here I have taken two variables, one is names, one is marks. So I want to retrieve, suppose whatever the keys, Akshay, Lelin, Nirmal, so all keys I want to assign in names, then 85, 55 and 50. Now I want to assign in marks, but names should be a list, marks should be a list. So that's why within a list method, just to recall collection, how to get all keys, there is a function, keys function, that we have to call. How to get all values from a dictionary, you recall already we have studied. So there is a built-in function, values function, we have to call. So dictionary name dot keys function, dictionary name dot values function. Dictionary name dot keys function, it is returning all key. Dictionary name dot values function, it is returning all values. So now all keys assigned in names, all values assigned in marks. Names is a list, marks is a list. As you see, print names, print marks. Now I will hit run. Okay, so this is a names value and this is a marks value. Now by taking names value and by taking marks value, now I will create a bar graph. So how to create a bar graph? So there is a built-in function named as bar. Okay, just to see, plt.bar, bar function invoking by alias plt, that means it is coming from pyplot. So within bracket, what I have written, names, that means the values of names, then marks, that means the values of marks. Then we know that title, x label, y label, grade function, show function. Title, marks of students I have given, x label, x axis data, that is names, y label, so I have given y-axis, that is marks. X, that means x-axis representing names data, y-axis representing marks data. Then grid, already I have specified to definitely in background grid image will come. Now I want to see the plot, so that's why I called show function. Now I will hit run. Just to see, this is the bar graph. Akshay securing this score, Lilin securing this score, Nirmal securing 50 scores. So x-axis names, y-axis marks. So this is a bar graph. So through this graph, so happily a user can analyze the data. Akshay marks is this, Lilin marks is this, Nirmal marks is this. Clear? Give a response.
Yes, sir.
If I hope everybody got clarity. Yes.
3D plot ପାଇଁ କ'ଣ XYZ ନିଆଯିବ?
No. That is not in your context. When the time will come, then I will explain. Currently, today is going on. So, entire the concept of machine learning. So, we will create a 2D plot. When that point will come to our picture, then we will discuss. Clear? Okay. So, when there is another bar graph that is called the horizontal bar plot. So there is a function bar h. Simply there is a simple function bar h. So bar h function representing bar horizontal bar plot. All the same. Now I will hit run. So I will get a horizontal bar plot. So color. So when I have invoked the bar h function, I have specified color equals to R. So that's why. So a red color have come. Then we will go to next plot, that is histogram plot. So like a bar graph, so there is another plot, so another type of graph, another type of plot that we will see, that is histogram. So here data is a list. So name of the list is data, and I have taken so many data items. Any random data I have taken. Okay, so how means histogram representing a particular data item occurrence, how many times a particular data item is present. So that representing histogram. Okay, so how to create histogram? For this there is a function, hist function. You remember, like currently we studied, there is a function bar function. When bar function was invoking, a bar graph was creating. Similarly, there is a function hist function. When hist function is invoking, histogram is creating. Okay, now within bracket I specify data. So when hist function I have invoked, then a histogram is creating to display the histogram. So that's I called show function. Now I will hit run. So this is a histogram plot, and this is called as beans. So this is called as beans, B-I-N-S. One bin, second bin, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. This is called a bin. Just to see the data item 3. Data item is 3, occurrences 4. That means 4 times the data item 3 is available. Data item 1, so occurrences. How many times the data item 1 is available? That is 1 time. So this is the purpose of histogram. How many number of time, or what is the number of occurrences of a particular data item. So that is the purpose of histogram. Just to see, I have I have created another histogram. So that's why I have called a function hist function. By taking the values of data, I have written color equals to G and bins equals to 4. So bin equals to 4 means 4 bin. So this is 1 bin. So it is visible. So I am moving my cursor. This is 1 bin, second bin, third bin, 4 bin. This is this histogram consisting 4 number of bins. So once you have specified the number of bins explicitly, then that number of bins will display in our histogram plot. Okay, so very simple. And you see another example of histogram. So there is a data set iris.csv. So this data set, you remember, in machine learning there is an algorithm support vector machine. We will see by taking this data set iris. Iris is a flower data set, iris.csv. So whether the flower is setosa or versicolor or virginica, I am not going to that point. Simply you remember there is a data set iris. So already we know that how to create a data frame. So from a CSV file. So already in my E drive, in my data set folder, so there is a what I have a iris data set. The file name is iris.csv. So this is a concept of a data frame. That's why I have imported pandas as pt. Then data set name, suppose I have given iris equals to, already we have studied pt.read_csv function. Within bracket I have specified the exact path where iris.csv file is present. So now head function I have called head function that we know first 5 record will display. So point is first I brought iris data set into my environment. So just to see, so how many column names, sepal length, sepal width, petal width and spices. So iris.csv file is a such data set containing sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. By taking these 4 features, that flower is classified whether the flower is setosa or versicolor or virginica. So I am not going to that point. Simply here what I am trying, just by taking some one column values, just simply I have created a histogram. So plt.hist, so I have taken sepal underscore length. So by taking sepal length value, so sepal length is a column of iris. So iris, my data frame name is iris. So that's why I have written iris of sepal length. Okay, so sepal length is a column of my data frame. My data frame name is iris. So that's why I have written iris of sepal length, and here bins equals to 30. They depend upon you. Suppose you have written bins equals 20. So 20 number of bins it will create. Suppose if you will write, suppose color equals to G. G means green. So whatever, just you see when I called show function. So just to see, so number of 20 number of bins created and this color is green. Okay, so that means by taking the value of sepal length, I created a histogram plot. Okay, so here there is no task is given, so no objective is given. Simply by taking some data, we are creating so varieties of plots. Okay, so in this way, line plot, bar graph, and histogram plot that we created. So then we will go to the next data item, scatter plot. Scatter. So this plot is very important in machine learning. So when you will enter into the machine learning, when you will learn various algorithms, so many times this plot will come to your picture. So scatter, for there is a built-in function named as scatter. When bar function invoked, bar graph created. When hist function invoked, histogram created. Similarly, there is a built-in function. The built-in function name is scatter. So when scatter function invoked, then scatter plot is creating. Suppose let x containing some data item, let another is y containing some data items. So scatter within bracket x comma y. So here there is a parameter in scatter function. One parameter I have used, marker. So marker equals to star. So whatever the point is displaying in our plot, that point is nothing but a star mark. So that's why one parameter. So basically that I have used, that is marker. C equals to G means color equals to green. Suppose S equals to 100 means size equals to 100. So star mark size is equal to 100. Suppose if I will not specify, now I will call show function, I will hit run just to see. So this is the default size of star. Whatever you have specified marker equals to star, this is the default. Okay, so if you will write the size equals to 100, so full phase, so the size of star it will display in the plot. Give a response. Scatter plot. Scatter plot. Just to see, first data item, x-axis data item is 10, y-axis data item is 8. Just to see, x-axis the data item 10, y-axis data item is 8. Then 21, x-axis data item 20, y-axis data item is 1. So in this way, the point is generating, and so accordingly star point is coming in our plot. Clear? Give a response. I hope everybody got clarity.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Anisa, Karisma.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then another scatter plot I have created, same concept. X is a list, y is a list, x1 is another list, y1 is another list. Scatter plot, one scatter function I have called, again another scatter function I have called, x label, y label, title, legend function, show function. Very simple. So now this is one plot, this is another plot. So whatever you have written in label, because you have called a legend function, so accordingly label message that have displayed in your plot. Then we will go to box plot. So it is another plot, box plot. Okay, so list there is a list named as 1, there is a list named as 2, there is another list named as 3. So containing so many data items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. So data item you can take randomly, there is no problem. Okay, then by taking 1 data, 2 data and 3 data, suppose I will keep within a single variable, and that variable or that identifier is nothing but a list. Let I have what I have taken a list, name of the list is data. So with the data equals to what I have done, list function I have called. Within a list function I have written 1, 2, 3. That means so the all data items of 1, 2, 3. 1 is a list name, 2 is the list name, 3 is the list name. All data items of 1, 2, 3 it will assign in data. So now by taking the values of data, now I will create a box plot. So for creating a box plot, there is a built-in function named as box plot. So when we are invoking, then box plot is creating. To display the box plot, then now I called show function, I will hit run. So what the plot is representing, just to see, this is the minimum value. So this box plot, first box plot that I have created based on this data item, 1 data item, because minimum value is 1, maximum value is 9, median value is 5. Minimum value, maximum value, median value. Then second box plot that have created based on the data item of 2. So minimum is 1, maximum is 5, median is 3. This way. So third box plot that have created by taking the data items of 3. So minimum is this, maximum is 9, median is this. Okay, so this is what's called as box plot. So when there is a function named as box plot. So when it is invoking, then box plot is creating. Bar function, hist function, scatter function, box function, plot function, title function, x label, y label function, okay, grid function, legend function, show function, all functions, all built-in functions are coming from PyPlot. So what is PyPlot? PyPlot is a sub-module of Matplotlib. So that's why all functions are invoking by PLT. So what is PLT? PLT is the alias of PyPlot. Here, so then we will go to the area plot. Then we will go to the area plot. Just to see, we have a list. Name of the list is days. Then sleeping, eating, working, playing. So list name is sleeping, eating, working, playing, and some data items I have taken. So 4 times I have called plot function, plot function, plot function, plot function I have called. So since plot function requiring some data item x and y, so here I have just specified a square bracket, means a list. Color equals to MCRK. Label, whatever I have given the label, when legend function I will call label message, it will display in our plot. Line width, all line width equals to 5 that I have given. So how I will create a area plot? First of all, I created a plot. So 4 plot I created. Then I will specify this plot is a sleeping area, this plot is eating area, this plot is working area, this plot is a playing area. So that is called as area plot. So for creating area plot, just I have invoked a built-in function. That function name is stack plot. So when stack plot function invoking by PLT, area plot is creating. So within stack plot, so what I have taken as parameter or argument, already whatever that list is given, days, sleeping, eating, working, playing, and color MCRK. So by taking MCRK, then I consider a list, name of the list is colors. Okay, so that's why, so whatever the list are given, so within stack plot function, I have given all the list of data items. And this is very simple, X label, Y label, title, legend. So now I will hit run just to see. So this is called the area plot, playing black. This is a playing area. This is a working area. This is eating area. This is sleeping area. So we can say, so this plot representing an area plot. When stack plot function is invoking, area plot is creating. When box plot function is invoking, box plot is creating. When scatter function is invoking, scatter plot is creating. When hist function is invoking, histogram is creating. When bar function is invoking, bar graph is creating. Clear? So then we will go to the next point, pie plot. Pie plot. To see. So let we have a list. Name of the list is a fruit, apple, orange, mango, and banana. Quantity 67, 34, 129 is the quantity values. So simply for creating a pie plot, there is a built-in function, pie function. So pie function, when I will call by PLT, and what I have written, what I have first quantity, the whatever the quantity value, 67, 34, 129, and levels equals to fruit, and this auto percentage, auto PCT is a keyword. Okay, so auto PCT representing auto percentage. Auto percentage, so there is a percentage value I have given 1.1f%. It means, so 1.1 f stands for floating percent, 1.1 f%. So this value once you specified, so whatever apple percentage is how much, orange percentage is how much, mango percentage is how much, banana percentage how much. So no doubt it is nothing but a slicing. Okay, slicing. Okay, so the auto PCT is a keyword. So when the value, when the percentage value, I will specify the syntax is from the beginning a percentage symbol, and at the end there is a percentage symbol. So beginning percentage and end percentage symbol, you have to write your percentage value that I have written 1.1 f percentage. Just to see, now I will call show function, I will hit run just to see. So this is a pie plot. So apple percentage is this, banana percentage is it. That automatically it is calculating as per the quantity value. Then your apple, then mango, the apple, then orange, then mango, then banana. This is mango percentage, orange percentage, apple percentage, and banana percentage. So this is all about pie plots. So here there is no task, but when you will enter into the machine learning, and when you will study some algorithms, then one project that will be assigned to you, then whatever the data set is given, by taking the data set, you can create a plot. Then whatever you have the test, suppose you got the output, then from the output value, again you can create a plot. So in machine learning and deep learning, again we will know in detail regarding plotting. Okay, so based on the task, we will create a plot. This is all about Matplotlib library. So Matplotlib is a such library, so meant for generating plot. So various types of plots that we studied, So which plot that we studied? Line plot, bar graph, histogram, box plot, scatter plot, okay, area plot, then pie plot. So varieties of plots that we studied. So this is all about Matplotlib.